Hi, I'm Maniki Nippon. Today I came across a very interesting article in Slate magazine online, Dear Prudence, and it was an article about a father of two daughters who was asking advice of whether or not he should allow his daughters to go into the women's restroom or the men's restroom. Now, of course, this issue could easily be mitigated if there are family restrooms. I'm sure everybody's seen it. Some places that are family friendly that actually have these family restrooms where you don't have to be confused and it's not labeled as male or female, and it actually helps people that are natural hermaphrodites as well. I know from some of the horror stories on talk shows that I've seen where natural hermaphrodites, 1 in 2,000 people by the way, can get confronted. A male-bodied female can be confronted on a daily basis as being a pervert just for walking into the bathroom. So it's not a trivial subject. But I would like to bring in some of the facts that the father was bringing up. The father said that the protests were coming not from women, because the women were saying, oh, that's normal, you're fine. The protests were coming from other men. And I think it's pretty evident that it was a challenge to the men's masculinity, and that's exactly why they wouldn't do it for their daughters, because it's something to do with themselves. Now, my appeal is going to be, my mother used to take me into the girls' bathroom occasionally when I had to go, because she was more comfortable going there too. But it was uncomfortable for me to do so. It was very uncomfortable to walk into a woman's bathroom. Me as a little boy who's shy, I loved women, but I was very shy, not very talkative unless it was with my family members. Anybody who was a stranger, I was just, even people from first grade and kindergarten, I was a very shy child, and it did have an impact on me on certain times. And again, I think the appeal is more to do with the parent than it does with the interest of the child. The thing that we should consider in this case is the interest of the child. And one of the protests that the fathers brought up was, she'll be watching men peeing in urinals. And this is true. Women's bathrooms, as far as I remember, most of them have sectioned off places where they can squat and do whatever. They don't have urinals where they're open in the male bathrooms. They're not sectioned off. It doesn't give you a sense of privacy. None of that is true in a female bathroom, unless it's maybe a underdeveloped bathroom from like a bar or something. But most of the cases, they're sectioned off so you can have your own individual privacy and you don't have to look, and so on and so forth. A couple of other things I want to note is asking a female journalist who writes about advice that I don't know, number one, if she's a parent or not, and second of all, if she's as career-oriented as she is. She's obviously a very prominent writer for the Washington Post. But to ask her for advice on morals of this sort, I think is very, very, it's not an authority that I would personally appeal to if I was going to ask advice about whether or not I would take my daughters, if I was a father and took my daughters to a restroom. And of course they do have other people's advice as well under it. But my position is, ladies don't have urinals unless it's one of those go-girl contraptions in which you wouldn't need a bathroom anyway. It's meant to be portable and you wouldn't be there. And the privacy issue for the child and how much it's going to affect them. It's not going to affect the parents, it's going to affect them. Of course, Prudy wrote back, you know, I know the bathrooms are cleaner, but you need to stay out of the women's bathrooms. And of course, from some journalist that works for the Washington Post, that has a comfortable setting working with adults and talks to adults all day, of course her focus is going to be adults. It's not going to be on the child at hand, especially if she's not a parent. So I want to bring that into question when people think about whether or not Prudence was right or wrong in deciding whether or not a father should bring his 2 daughters into a female bathroom or not. I'm going to appeal to you guys. Write in the comments below what you think. I'm going to post the article and all that underneath the video. But what do you think? Do you think a father should be able to go into a female bathroom to take his daughters in, or do you think he should go into the male bathroom? Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and please subscribe. Thank you.